Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com and welcome to your weekly tarot card reading. For this week's reading, I'm using my Robin Wood Tarot, which is one of my older decks that I've had a while. And I just want to get an overview of the week ahead and some of the opportunities and challenges that we may encounter. So let's begin with the first card. And before I get into the reading, if you enjoy this reading, you can subscribe to my channel. Just click on the little red subscribe button at the bottom of this video, and I post these videos every week. So the first card is going to represent Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. Okay, so here we have Eight of Swords. This is definitely more of a challenging card. Definitely signifies some challenges at the beginning of the week. What's interesting about this card is it represents feeling stuck, feeling like you have nowhere to go, or being confused, not sure, what step to take or how to get out of a particular situation. It's about feeling limited, and maybe even feeling helpless. And what's interesting, though, is that it's about feeling this way. It isn't necessarily, it's not necessarily that this is how things are. It's more that this is what your internal state is. So this is how you're looking at things. You're looking at things through kind of a limited perspective. You're really noticing what your limitations are, and you may be feeling kind of stuck, and even maybe feeling like kind of a victim of circumstances. And the challenge in this card is about recognizing all the ways that you're powerful and recognizing what is available to you in this moment. What action can you take? What is it that you can do? This is about really kind of finding your voice and being your own rescuer, not waiting for someone else or something else to come and save the day. It's about really kind of lifting that blindfold, having the courage to look at things clearly and not necessarily through the lens of feeling like you're a victim or feeling like you're hard done by. Kind of lifting that veil, looking at things clearly, and I want to say sort of empowering yourself in some way, kind of recognizing where you're strong, recognizing what your powers are and what you can do. So something that just kind of popped into my mind is I feel like for some of us this is going to apply to a relationship, maybe a primary relationship where we feel like there's some kind of issue that we're struggling with this other person, and we feel like we're hitting a brick wall and we're not sure how to resolve something. And this is about figuring out, what can you do in this situation? You may not be able to change this person's mind. You're not going to be able to get this person to do necessarily what you want them to do, but you can always share your own experience in a really authentic, compassionate way. You can always share kind of how you're feeling, what's on your mind, and that can kind of kick things off communication-wise and get you kind of on the track to resolving whatever issues are happening. Now, as we move into the week, Wednesday and Thursday, we have Ace of Swords. So here the energy really shifts. It shifts from feeling kind of stuck to this kind of aha moment where it's like the energy bursts forward. The aces are all about a new beginning, kind of a fresh start. And I often associate this card with health and healing because of, this reminds me of those two snakes, that caduceus symbol with the two snakes, which represents health and healing. So midweek, the energy moves. So whatever troubles you're dealing with, whatever challenges, and for some people, like, it may be a really small challenge, and for some people it may be bigger, but whatever is going on at the beginning of the week, things move rather quickly, and things are going to be probably resolved by the middle of the week. I want to see what the next card is there's more I want to say about the Ace of Swords, but I want to see what the card for the end of the week is. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have Strength, which is a major arcana card. It's another 8, so we had 8 of Swords, and then we have number 8, Strength, at the end here. And Strength is another really interesting card. So Strength is all about kind of going easy and taking a laid back, relaxed approach to things. So if you look at the Maiden on this card and the Lion, both figures, both characters are very relaxed. And the Maiden, I don't know if you can see it, but her hand is under his chin. She's got one hand resting on his mane. And it's just a very kind of tender sort of pose. So this is about, I think, the powerful forces in our life and the things that we may perceive as being untamable or ferocious or very powerful. That those could be external things in our lives, or they could be internal things like aspects of ourselves. And the Strength card is really encouraging you to take a I want to say like a very gentle, kind of laid back approach. Don't try to force anything. Don't try to dominate. Don't try to, push your will on anyone. This is about really kind of taking a step back, listening to others, and gaining people's trust by being gentle and being respectful and kind. And okay, let's go back to the middle card, Ace of Swords. So I'm just going to look at these 3 cards together. To me, it feels like the beginning of the week, there's some kind of struggle, something happening. It could just be a mental struggle. But by midweek, you have this aha moment. It's like you figure out how to shift things, how to move things. And by the end of the week, things get resolved, and really everything kind of moves in a very beautiful, kind of laid back, relaxed kind of direction. To me, I feel like there's a couple themes going on with these cards. Theme number 1 is that I feel like much of what we're going to be doing this week has to do with maybe reframing how we look at a situation and reframing some of our thoughts and the way that we approach something. Just reframing something is enough to have this aha moment where you see things through a different perspective, and suddenly what felt like an insurmountable problem is now no longer an insurmountable problem. It's like you see the light and you figure things out. So I feel like that's one kind of theme of this week, is maybe questioning your own thoughts and reframing things a little bit. There was another theme I said that I saw, and now it's left me. I've completely forgotten it. So I'm just going to have another look at these 3 cards and see if there's anything else that's jumping out. I don't think there's anything else I want to add here, so I will invite you to add any observations or anything that is jumping out at you. Please feel free to comment in the comment section. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And you can find out more about my tarot readings and learning tarot on my website, dailytarotgirl.com.